Hey guys, welcome to Abby's Auras, or welcome back if you've been here before. Please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Okay, so why can't I manifest anything? I'm sure you're asking this question if you're on this video, and I'm here to basically help you, guide you, calm your nerves, and tell you everything will always work out. So everything is always manifesting. So when you're thinking thoughts like why am I not able to manifest? Why is this happening? That is a thought, and every thought is a manifestation. So thoughts basically gain momentum the more you think about it, and it kind of gains, let's say, weight, and the thought gains weight, and let's say here is our shopping cart, so it's like gets heavier and heavier because we're putting more positivity towards it, or more of a focus towards it, and then finally goes into our shopping cart and gets delivered to us. Don't know why, I don't know, my spirit guides just tell me in weird ways. So basically, when you're if you're upset that your manifestations aren't working for you, then that's just giving it more momentum of that thought actually manifesting, and it's the wrong one. We don't want to manifest that one, but every single thought becomes a thing. So everything around you in your whole life, someone thought to create. So no one ever just, gave you these clothes and was like, here you go, here's some clothes. Like, someone had to think about clothes to make the clothes, the design of the clothes, how to ship the clothes, and then someone maybe thought in a shop like, oh, that's nice, here you go, you would like that. So I don't know, it's just a weird way of thinking about it. But basically, thoughts become things. I'm sure that's a book. I think it's Abraham Hicks' book. Anyways, you need to make sure your thoughts are positive. But how can we do that when most of our thoughts throughout our day are actually subconscious? So yes, our thoughts that we are actually thinking about, and we're actually consciously being careful to think positive thoughts, that's fine, because they're all going to go towards our desire. But how many are our subconscious thoughts negative? How would we know if they're negative? So basically, this is why people use subliminals, because they're trying to reprogram their subconscious. They do the 5x5 method in manifestation. They do maybe scripting lists, because it depends. Like, some people script what they want and then don't look at it again. Or some people script what they want and then read it every single morning, because they're trying to, put it into their subconscious. You can do things like putting post-it notes around your house. Like, maybe you're trying to work on loving yourself more, and you just constantly feel down about it, but you're trying to put your focus and your thoughts that you're actually thinking about are trying to be more positive towards yourself. But then in the subconscious, in the background, it keeps going and going. So making yourself more aware, so putting post-it notes everywhere to trigger that thought and just, oh yeah, I love myself. So different things like that. But then also journal it out, what your subconscious thought is. So if I was to ask you right now, how do you feel about yourself? If it was, this first answer was negative, then you don't necessarily love yourself in a way that you want to. Obviously, this is when we're manifesting loving ourselves. So it's always the first answer you get is our subconscious, and it's like most of the time it's programmed negative because of our surroundings. As we grow up, is we just absorb everything in. It kind of becomes like our blueprint, and then we manifest from that. But we can always change it, and you never need to worry about why you're not manifesting, because it can always be changed. So I was working on manifesting so many different things. I basically have changed my whole life. I now have a business. I had to not only work on how to start my own business and, you know, learn about all these new things, but I had to work on my mindset too, because my subconscious thoughts always thought that I wasn't good enough, I was stupid, I was dumb, all these things that I said about myself. You know, I wasn't pretty enough to be online. You know, every time I tried something, it would end up failing. Things like that. I always used to, you know, didn't realise, but I used to tell myself that in silly different ways too. If I dropped something, I'd be, I'm so stupid. But no, we need to be very careful with how our mindset is, because, and how we treat ourselves, because that's gonna manifest. So asking, you know, probing ourselves and saying like, asking different questions to ourselves, like, so how do I feel about, say if it's money mindset, how do you feel about the subject of money? And if it's not a positive, like I feel good and free and I feel excited and I, you know, feel content, then you have some work to do, because it's not in the direction you want it to be. But it's also amazing that you know your belief, you know. Once we know it, we can address the problem. So I used to be like, if I'd seen a subconscious belief come up, well, not seen it, if I noticed a subconscious belief come up, I would be so down and annoyed at myself, because I was like, oh, another one. And we all know, like, you know, that's not the way to handle a subconscious belief. Just being more negative on yourself, and then also pushing your manifestation further away because you're not handling it with the respect. So I could have been like, amazing, a subconscious belief that I now know, so I can change it to a positive. Now I have so many more positives. Instead, I was in a lack mindset and I was like, oh, another subconscious belief. I'm never going to get my manifestations. But I was just in the negative mindset that day, and yeah. So honestly, working on your mindset is everything in manifestation, because if your mindset and your subconscious belief is towards the direction of your desire, you don't even have to do the scripting or the journaling or the visualization, because it will already happen. Like, if you're programmed for success is inevitable, it has to happen. But everyone kind of just looks straight towards the, I'm going to script and it's all going to come true, or I'm going to journal and then everything's going to happen, or I'm just going to sit here and visualize and meditate and ignore all of my subconscious beliefs. Because it just doesn't work. It all comes hand in hand. I enjoy journaling sometimes, I enjoy scripting sometimes, I enjoy visualization sometimes. Everything, you just have to do it when you feel good, and you feel like you want to do it. Never do it because you're like, okay, I'm going to script and then I'm going to journal because I really want to manifest this. That's not, it's just you're going in it with the wrong energy. I do it because I feel excited and I'm like, yes, I want to write about this because it feels good to me. And then because of the feeling, you're already manifesting it. So sometimes I actually write about manifestations that have already come into my life, but because it still just feels good about it, so I'm like, yeah, I'm still writing about it. But if you're working on your subconscious, then everything else will change around you instantly. You just need to start triggering it. So try and be more constant with your affirmations. So repetition, I think is the right word, is a way to basically make it go into your subconscious. You can't just say one time like, okay, I have an abundant mindset, and then every time you go and do the shopping you're like, oh, I'm too scared in case I don't have enough. That's not going to work. You need to actually make it go into your subconscious. So every time you go to spend money, spend it with like, I am so lucky that I get to spend this money and feel excited about it. Or just tell yourself something like, I heard one person saying every time they spend money they say, good job, I'm rich, and then like in their head, and then just spent the money. And every time a bill came through they would say, good job, I'm rich, and then paid the bill. It's the same, like every time, if you're trying to manifest a relationship, then every time you get a message from anyone, an email from anyone, it's like, oh, thank you so much, like, oh, my partner's just messaged me, I'm so grateful to have a partner that, you know, cares about me, we're equals, we connect on a deeper level than ever, and whatever it is. So basically just when you constantly do things throughout the day, it goes deeper into the subconscious rather than just the surface level of, I feel pretty and I have an abundant mindset and things like that. And then when you go and actually do things that kind of maybe doesn't seem the same, then you're doubting yourself in that category, and that's not how you're going to manifest things, because your vibrations don't match. It's like a mismatch. So that's it for today's video. I feel like I could talk all day about that subject, but you get the idea. Writing down in the comments below what your new belief is going to be, or what you're going to try and put into your subconscious. Writing it down below will just, you know, cement it in a little bit more, and also help me out. If you also enjoyed the video, then please give it a like so more people can see it. And then yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.